The richer we have become materially, the poorer we become morally and spiritually. We have learned to fly in the air like birds and swim in the sea like fish, but we have not learned the simple art of living together as brothers and sisters and humans in the United States and in many parts of the world.
I was 8 going on 9 in the summer of 1963 when I went with my parents to participate in the March on Washington. We took the plane down from New York. It was probably my first time on a plane. We were all dressed up. I can't say I remember the details of the speeches. I remember my dad's excitement at the labor leaders, and then I remember Martin Luther King's.
Wow. Martin Luther King and his dream.
Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy to me is the blueprint. It was him expressing what his dream was and then going out and fighting for it every day.
The legacy of MLK is the continued fight for equal rights. And in 2022, it's just crazy to me that we're still in this fight for people of color. So I asked my son what MLK meant to him, and what did he say?
It said that Martin Luther King, he represented equal rights for people who live in the U.S. and everywhere else in the world.
And for me, the part of Dr. King's legacy I'd most like to honor is standing up for justice.
To me, the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is about faith in the human capacity for love.
Is that being king wasn't just wearing a crown, that being king wasn't just accumulation of accolades, that being king wasn't just graduating high school before 18, that being king cost.
We traveled to Memphis with a group of teens to visit the Lorraine Motel and clean up an old school. It was the first time I came face to face with what it must have been like the day he was assassinated, and it impacted me deeply. Since then, I've learned a lot more about the arc of the civil rights movement, what Black people have endured, and how there is always white backlash anytime Black people assert their rights.
Societies. I am honored that I can be immersed in this work on a day-to-day basis. So for me, much of Dr. King's teachings has made their way into my daily life, and it's still a process. If you find yourself wondering how to put his work into action, here are some things that I hope that you will consider. Acknowledging service can mean different things. First of all, rest as a form of resistance is a great way to serve yourself and challenge our grind culture. Else, you can find a cause that makes your eyes shine and give back to that organization or cause.